I had a couple of guys request that I put together a video to show how this vent window mechanism that I took out of a 1971 Mercedes 280, found these in the pull-apart lot locally here in Baton Rouge. This is the original mechanism that I took out for the driver's side. I haven't really done anything to it yet, just to show you what it originally looked like. This is what I had done to the passenger side. I've cut it down a good bit up here on the front. Also, I've taken off a good bit of the width of it. I needed to cut an access into my door to get it in and out with it already mounted on the vent window frame. I wanted to have the ability to take it out with the top of the door if I ever wanted to. What I'm going to do is make a cover that runs the length of the door that's going to cover up this access panel right here. Basically all it is I've riveted the actual vent window frame to the mechanism. There's holes for 4 rivets. I only have 2 in there now just for playing with it. I had to cut the pivot arm off of the original Mercedes vent window and weld it onto the frame of my vent window. I'll clean up those welds later on. It was just a few measurements, getting the right height on it. I do have it bolted in up here at the top, so it is in the correct alignment. It's got good gaps in it all the way from the top to the bottom. So I'm pretty secure with the idea that it's going to seal well. When it's all the way back, it is in a locked position. The window is locked. When you move it forward a little bit, it will then unlock. You can then open the vent window by pushing it forward. Once you get it to about that point, it's much easier to operate if you do it by hand. There's not as much leverage on that handle because it was designed for a much smaller vent window. As you get the vent window a little further open, the handle then starts moving backwards automatically. The mechanism does that. So you can pretty much open it as far as you want to open it to get air blowing on you. Then when you want to close it, push it back to about that point right there, grab the handle, pull it back, and then you'll feel it popping, lock into place. It's a pretty solid lock also, so I think it's going to be pretty secure. Again, if somebody wants to get in, they're going to get in. Just a little something different. The handle that I've put on here is actually a pull handle for a cabinet in brushed nickel. I just like the way it looked. It actually fits onto the handle pretty well with one screw from the back. I did take the entire mechanism apart, cleaned it real well, wire brushed it, and then greased it all up. I have just a couple of little things to adjust on it, but other than that, I think it's going to be a nice little mod. And now it's time for me to get to work on the driver's side, and hope that works out also. Hope this helps.